All right, question 17 says in a right triangle ABC, A is 20. What is the hypotenuse AB? I'm sorry, with a hypotenuse of A and the hypotenuse AB has length 7. Find side BC. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, this is straightforward. You're just going to draw your triangle. So I'm drawing a triangle here. And the only thing that's important to note is it says the hypotenuse has a length AB. So when I draw this, I'm going to go A, B, and hence the other side has to be C. One thing that's real important to take note is your picture does not have to look entirely like this. If I drew my triangle and I put A here and B here and C here, that's not wrong as long as this is 90 degrees. This is not wrong because your hypotenuse is length AB. So this is one of the things that's kind of interesting in math, and not just math but in language in general, is that there is a sense of ambiguity here. Just because we make statements about something doesn't mean that the entire picture and everything has to be exactly the same. There's just certain qualities that have to be the same. So if I look at this though, I'm going to go ahead and use the triangle on the left that I did. It said AB is length 7, so I'm going to go ahead and say that this length here is 7. Okay. It also says angle A is 20 degrees. It's 20 degrees. And so it says find the length of BC. So what I always like to do is when they ask me for something, I like to label it some variable. So I'll label this X. This is what I'm looking for. And I'm going to go ahead and solve this. Now, keep in mind that opposite and adjacent, when we do most of these problems, we always tend to say that the y value or the vertical value tends to be opposite, and this tends to be the horizontal, or this value here tends to be adjacent. But that's because we typically use this angle here. Okay, what is opposite and adjacent is contingent on what angle I'm referring to. If I'm saying that this is 20, then the angle or the side opposite 20 degrees is this right here. So this now is actually my this now is actually my opposite, and the hypotenuse is always going to be the same thing. So the one that's across from 90 is always going to be the hypotenuse, and this is going to be my hypotenuse. And SOHCAHTOA tells me that I'm going to use sine here. So sine 20 degrees equals x over 7. One concept that I hope that you take from this class, one of the most important concepts to take out of pre-cal, or actually any math class, is that if you have fractions and you don't like fractions, you don't have to have them. There's nothing that says you must live in fraction land. So I multiply both sides by 7 to get rid of my fractions, and you should always try to get rid of your fractions as soon as you can. X equals 7 sine 20, and then you just solve that on the calculator. So I grab my calculator. Now, very important, before you start doing all this math, you want to hit mode, and you see how my calculator is in radians? Not a good thing if I'm playing in degrees, so put it in degrees, and then just type it in. So we said 7 sine 20, so 7 times sine 20, and when I solve this, get 2.39. 2.39. So there's my pen. So x equals 2.39. Okay? And that would be answer choice A. Hopefully that helps you out. Hopefully this question wasn't too bad. I'll see you in the next video.